Hyperspace jump complete. An Imperial fleet is under attack. We have detected unauthorized ships in hyperspace. A new facility is complete. Ready for ground assault. Dissident elements have arrived in our system. 6-4 is on mission. Planet upgrade complete. Troops and ordnance loaded, awaiting orders. One of our systems is under attack. Captain on deck. Research complete. Gun crews fire at will. Dissident elements have arrived in our system. A new facility is complete. All gun crews report in. Intensify laser fire.
All right, can you hear me now? Good? We're good? Okay. Yeah, for whatever, I guess the audio settings were outputting to different tracks that weren't being streamed. I thought I had it set up with both for track 1 for streaming, and then 2 and 3 were separate for recording, but whatever. Apparently not. Luckily, we haven't done too much there, so I'll just reintroduce. So hello everyone, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are going to be continuing with our Star Wars Ascendancy 1.1.6 preview as the Imperial Remnant. In the last 2 episodes, we've kind of been pushed back by the New Republic, or sort of held in, but today we are going to turn that around. We're done all the research for Palpatine, and we're going to be getting the Eclipse. So we just need to save up some resources for that. We're probably gonna stop in the middle to actually no, we can afford that if we sell stuff now. So we're not gonna stop anything. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have a chance to do another preview playthrough with the other 2 factions, with the Pentastar Element and Empire of the Hand before release. We're gonna be starting the beta fairly soon, but let's unpause here. Get back into it. Hopefully I'll be able to fix that for the VOD.
Destroyer here.
But I have been working on some more of the abilities for the other ships, for the other factions. There's still, I think there's some endurance changes that needs to come through for the New Republic, and I don't think there's anything in the Remnant that needs to change. But you're playing the mod on Steam. Yep. So this is the Steam version of Sins.
What are your orders? Gun crews fire at will.
I mean, I guess, JPL.
Attack! Dissident elements have arrived in our system.
That's kind of an edge case. I do need to try to make sure that the stuff stays family friendly, because if the entire series gets demonetized, that's because I keep saying stuff like that. It can be not great. So if you do that, it might not be a name that I read out too often.
Gun crews fire at will. All batteries open fire. Captain.
Where's our MTC? Do we have an MTC here? No.
Ready. Star Destroyer ready.
Alright, hopefully they don't target this one. But, okay, so we have enough money for Palpatine. So let's go to Lack, which is our capital right now. And oh, not quite enough, but we can sell some Tabana.
Moving to sector.
And that should give us Palpatine.
One of our systems is under attack.
Here we go. It's kind of not facing the right direction, but that's the Eclipse. Thanks for coming in at a weird angle. Get the super laser. And it'll reorient itself.
Moving to sector.
Don't worry about that.
Moving to sector. What are your orders?
Unfortunately, because this is being streamed, I can't put the music in, but I was actually just given away for free on Humble Bundle JPL, so I kind of missed out. Oh well, glad you can make it steal.
Destroy that target. Gun crews fire at will. The victory cruiser ready. Attack. Destroyer here.
Grey Wolf is not long for this world.
Captain on deck. Gun crews fire at will.
Alright,
Captain reporting. En route.
SIST, get back in there. And
Troops and ordnance loaded,
Starbase Constructor
awaiting
going
orders.
in. Yeah, that's just a ferret that's coming into our
We have
planet.
detected unauthorized ships in hyperspace.
It does go on sale quite a bit. So if it's not on sale right now, then I do suggest waiting a bit.
Moving to sector. Heavy cruiser standing by.
It looked like that HV gun shot didn't apply the damage properly. This fleet doesn't really have any damage.
Moving.
It's a lot of Lancers. Those ISTs were
Captain
weak,
reporting.
but our buddy Palpatine is coming in hot.
Fleet is under attack. Deploying to sector. Destroyer here. Gun crews fire at will.
Where are you going? Come on, chase my stuff.
Dissident elements have arrived in our system.
What's going to hurt? Oh, you're attacking somewhere else now too?
Troops and ordnance loaded, awaiting orders. Troops and ordnance loaded, awaiting orders.
Starbase Constructor
Moving
is
in.
there.
On our way.
Oh crap, did I not? Oh, because we don't have the
6-4 is on mission.
military labs anymore. They destroyed them. Well, I need to get that all back before we can do
Epsilon 6-4
anything.
reporting in. Captain reporting. Dissident elements have arrived in our system.
Okay, they're coming in.
Star Destroyer ready.
No, don't leave. We're gonna be friends. Okay, we'll have the research done as soon as that gets
Destroyer here.
going. It's too bad we're not level
Destroyer
2, or
ready.
else we'd have interdiction as well. Am I big on hockey? Not really. Or not at all, really.
Epsilon 6-4 reporting in.
I'm generally aware that it's a thing, but I don't really follow any sports. I do follow, like, esports, that's about it.
Dissident elements have arrived. in our
Specifically League of
system.
Legends.
On our way.
Are we
Destroyer
jumping?
here.
Oh, we can
Moving to sector.
keep moving. Will I get on siege again? Hopefully. Still getting back into everything.
Facility is complete.
I did, because it's Black Friday, I did order a laptop, so even when I'm away, like visiting family, which I
Moving to
intend to do a fair amount, everything that's gone on, I should be able to stream, so I'll be able to stream more during those times, hopefully. And that's usually the kind of thing that caused the reduction
Troops and
in
ordnance loaded, awaiting
those
orders.
kinds of streams of like the other
6-4
kinds of
is
games
on
that I
mission.
play. So hopefully with that, I won't have to do as much
Destroyer
bulk
here.
recording, which makes stuff worse, and then
Reporting for duty.
should be able to get back into siege with everyone.
Gun crews fire at will.
It's not that it's really stressful, like, it's still playing video games, sure you have to talk for the whole thing. But it's more that when I do that, the quality isn't as good, and it takes up all the time that I'd use for streaming. So I'd rather just be able to record in amounts that make sense and have a consistent streaming schedule. Alright, Cardan's coming in. One of the things with the Palpatine tree is that we can get double star bases as well. So,
ready for ground assault.
Especially for a game like this, where we're defending at specific choke points, that can be quite good.
Star Destroyer ready.
But now that we've got Palpatine, we can... And we've got a slightly better economy than them as well, so we can start working back up in our military. Let's get an Altor and an Allegiance, then an ISD-1, or an ISD-2.
Research complete. Captain reporting.
Let's do interdict.
A new facility is complete.
I'm hoping the chat shows up on the side, 'cause I think YouTube does that now, where it does the chat replay. But if I have to cut out the first part of those, the video, that won't necessarily work.
Dissident elements have arrived in our system. Star Destroyer ready.
So we only have a small fleet, but there is an Allegiance in, or an Eclipse in the fleet, so it works out.
Times of war are upon us.
Looks like they're assaulting here. You need to get back and not do these things.
Cruiser ready.
Hold position.
Hyperspace jump complete. Moving to sector.
Don't go and engage a Nebula class alone. Definitely don't go and engage 2 Nebula classes alone.
Captain reporting. One of our systems is under attack.
Emergency facilities, tactical capacity. So let's load up Coruscant with defenses in the area where we have all of our logistic structures.
A new facility is complete.
And
Altor actual reporting.
we'll get some broadcast centers just so that there's not not the same pressure from enemy culture. We won't be able to spread our culture as much because we're the Palpatine branch, but we'll at least be able to keep them from overwhelming us. And we'll get another military lab there.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
What are we lacking? 6,000. There. Let's research the Executor.
A new facility is complete.
Yeah, I saw that, David. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the mod seal. Hopefully,
Give the order.
Dreadnought cruiser
you may be able to
ready.
run it if you play on like the smallest fleet sizes. If you haven't tried
Destroyer
that.
reporting in.
Oh, come on! Don't die on me. Yeah, it looks like the HV guns aren't applying damage properly right now.
Research complete. Planet upgrade
Unless it's just...
complete.
Oh, maybe.
Star Destroyer ready.
This is a mod.
Hangar deck
Cool.
secure.
The base game is its own universe as opposed to being based on any specific IP. And then this is a mod that I run with the team that makes
Victory cruiser
ICW,
ready.
called Ascendancy.
Helm, move us out.
Alright,
This is the captain.
ISD-2, let's get Crippling Shot,
Hangar deck secure.
Allegiance.
A new facility is complete.
Rangefinder
Maintenance
array,
chief here.
and You're gonna get Bulwark. We really don't need both fleets heading over there, but I think what we're gonna do is combine them and attack Titan.
Cruiser ready.
I do like how many capital ships the AI is building, because that can sometimes be an issue. Get that going, and is the those shipyards are almost ready. So let's get
Cruiser ready.
ISD2. Don't have enough slots for that. We might be able to build that at Hull. Yeah. Get that up.
New
There we go.
facility is complete. Lancer frigate ready.
Looks like they're going to be sticking around. They took out all of our defenses already.
Plotting jump coordinates.
All ahead full.
I'm going to make this fleet jump together,
Captain here.
because it's a bit smaller.
We
I
have
don't want them
detected
coming in
unauthorized
piecemeal.
ships in hyperspace. Destroyer here.
And Palpatine's going to get there last, so let's
Captain
actually
reporting.
combine those ones as well.
Destroyer reporting in.
Improve turbo lasers, missile interference. We'll need an immobilizer 418 for that, but
Planet upgrade complete.
defenses, impenetrable, more tactical slots, expulsion. There we go. That would have been quite a while ago for 1.0.
We have detected unauthorized ships in hyperspace. A new facility is complete.
Alright, they still have, there's 4 more capital ships here.
Star Destroyer standing
How many
by.
times have I told you, sit still? Actually, that was the other one, so 0. My bad. They're actually all coming in.
Dissident elements have arrived in our system.
Oh, they just left,
Star Destroyer ready. An Imperial fleet is under attack.
yeah, we'll have to split those up.
Research complete. A new facility is complete.
They just completely left Ifkin, flew back to Tython, and came out at Atlantiles.
Destroyer reporting in. A new
3,
facility is
4.
complete.
Let's get 10 Carracks.
Unauthorized ships in
They're
hyperspace.
good against shields. Get 5 Torn Falcons.
The Empire cannot
3
afford
Lancers.
expenditures at the moment. Planet upgrade complete. Carrot Commander here. Moving to work area.
How many
Dissident
capital ships do they
elements
have?
arrived in our system.
3 MC-80s, 1 MC-80B, 1 Endurance, 1 Nebula. 6,
A new
7, 8,
facility is
9.
complete. Carrot
At
Commander
least 9
here.
there.
Our supporting fleet is moving to attack.
Alright, these guys should be able to
Fire
handle
at
that
will.
Nebula.
Research complete.
Especially with the planet shooting it too.
Carrot Commander here. A new facility.
Nope, there's no land combat. It's all basically on the space and galactic level.
Destroyer reporting in. Carrot Commander here.
To take the planets, you pretty much just bomb them, and then you send a garrison down, or colonize them in the base game terminology. But other than that, you don't really interact with the ground.
Moving to sector. Carrot Commander here.
Alright.
All gun crews
Starting to move
reporting.
in. Let's see. The capital shipyard being there isn't ideal. That Dauntless is about to get blown up. There it goes.
Carrot commander here. Destroyer here.
Okay, here we
En
go.
route. Captain reporting. A new facility is complete.
Battle meditation, get some bonuses. All this is going to be on the Eclipse. We don't really
Research
have
complete.
much else to go on here.
All batteries open fire.
Actually,
moving
the
to
super
sector.
laser
Moving to sector.
can hit everything in a line.
En
Are you
route.
guys going to jump out that way?
A new facility is complete.
You are.
Destroyer here.
We might be fast
Deploying
enough
to
to get
sector.
in line or get in range before some of them get out.
Carrot commander here. Moving to sector.
Probably not.
Facility is complete. What are your orders? Come about.
That Nebula, it's only got 400
A
health
new
left.
facility
Oh,
is complete.
almost 700 with the shields.
Research complete. Reporting. Charge laser cannons.
And it's level 4 too, so that would be a good loss for them.
Carrot commander here. A new facility is complete. Come about.
Damn.
Give the order.
Moving to sector.
Come on.
A new facility is complete.
Hangar deck secure.
A new facility is complete.
There we go.
Moving to sector. Gun crews fire at will. A new
We've got to
facility-
turn off the interdiction field before we can use the super laser. I might want to. Yeah, I think we're probably going to change that so it just stops the enemy hyperspace rather than being like the other interdictors.
Hangar deck secure.
All batteries open fire.
It makes it hard to use your ships properly.
Research complete.
Oh well. I just really wanted to use the super laser. I should have just left the interdiction on so that we could have killed it.
Got a job for me?
Moving to sector.
Alright, let's go to
Star Destroyer
Cortina.
ready.
Hangar deck secure.
And it's probably time for us to start upgrading our fleet a little bit more. So from there... Should we get a Sovereign or an Executor? I think an Executor would probably be the better choice, because the Sovereign is just a mini Eclipse.
Hangar deck secure.
And we still have our Eclipse. So no reason for a second Eclipse. I mean, a second Eclipse
Captain
is still
reporting.
good, but
Moving to sector.
not quite what we need.
Star Destroyer ready. Research complete. Research complete.
Hangar deck secure.
Are they going to turn around and fight? They might be able to get this done. So,
Wing commanders
have to
report
see.
ready.
Captain reporting. All batteries open fire.
okay.
Captain reporting.
That nebula
Destroy
needs
that
to die.
target. Star Destroyer ready.
Oh, come on. That had like 30 health left.
Concentrator ready.
Don't autocast on that.
Destroy that target. All batteries open fire. Gun crews fire at will.
I'll take out the Endurance.
Star Destroyer ready. Lancer frigate ready.
Carrier on station.
Destroyer here.
I hate that ability particle. It really needs to
A new
leave.
facility is complete.
We get the voiceovers from. We got volunteers to do those. Most of the ones in Sins are currently from a guy named Zach, or I'm assuming white
All
guy.
batteries open.
And we're going to be putting over the ones from Imperial Civil War as well,
Destroy that target.
which are basically our VO director puts out a call, and we get submissions from that, and then we use what we can.
All batteries open fire.
Give the order.
Are you healing the...
Got a job for me?
It looks a lot like my MTC is healing that.
Captain.
I'll have to check if the casting allows for enemy casting.
What now?
Star Destroyer ready. All batteries open fire.
Yeah, they can level up all they want. They're still going to blow up, too.
Destroy that target. Destroyer here.
Alright, level up the super laser.
All batteries open fire. Captain reporting. All batteries open fire. Gun crews fire at will. Destroy that target.
Alright. I think it's starting to turn around. So we can really afford to start getting production rolling here. We have enough for... Let's get the Executor there. And... 2 more Altars, 2 more Allegiance. 5 ISD2. You know what? Let's get an ISD1. 1 for each fleet, actually. Because we do need something that can drop the garrison.
The Empire
8,
cannot
1.
afford
There we go.
such expenditures at the moment. Star Destroyer ready. Gun crews fire at will. Captain reporting. All batteries open fire. Destroy that target. All batteries open fire. Destroyer here. Gun crews fire at will. Destroy that target.
That beam is another placeholder. There's a lot of abilities in the mod that still need dedicated particle effects. Right now we're mostly just working on the mechanics of everything, and then hopefully we'll be able to
All batteries open fire.
go back through and do another pass on visuals.
Destroy that target.
I do want to take this planet, but if they just keep sending those units past, then I'll keep destroying them. Looks like that's going to be it, though.
Captain reporting. Star
Damn.
Destroyer ready.
All right.
Squad leader here.
Moving to sector. Captain reporting. Deploying to sector.
Wing commanders report
Okay, you
ready.
guys go over this way.
In transit.
And hold position where I tell you rather
Star
than going
Destroyer
after
ready.
the other stuff. There's the worst particle effect in the game already. Or again.
Destroy that target.
What has it been using Crack Mantle on?
Altor actual reporting. Gun crews fire at will. Damage control crews ready. Secure all docking rings.
Actually,
Moving
I'll
to
leave
work
these here.
Secure all docking
So-
rings.
Let's get our TIE Interceptor and Defender research so we can actually use TIE Defenders. Altor, you are going to get Repair.
This is the captain.
This ISD is going to get CIC Suite and Crippling Shot. Do we have any of our other
Destroyer
capos done yet?
reporting in.
No. Okay, so we'll just leave them there for a sec.
Engaging engines.
Nope.
Helm to
Leave 'em there.
108. Destroyer here. Altor actual reporting.
I'm going to turn those off, autocast.
Got a job for me?
Captain reporting. Research complete. Deploying to sector.
Is there money made in modding? Self, or is most of the money in YouTube? There's really no money to be made in modding. You can't sell the mods or anything. Like, I do YouTube as a full-time job, which works well with modding because doing the modding gives me extra content, but
Cruiser ready.
I don't make any money off of
Give
the
the
actual
order.
modding.
Let him have it.
Captain reporting.
It's all just done for fun.
All batteries open fire.
Times of war are upon us.
Cruiser ready.
Destroyer here.
Alright, Crack Mantle's almost ready, and then we can immediately take the planet.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Lancer frigate ready.
A lot of stuff
What are
is
your
ready.
orders?
Can you guys just
Carrot
take
commander
the...
here. Charge laser cannons.
The Eclipse is fine with this.
All batteries open fire. Maintenance chief
This
here.
Altor, I'm going to put resupply on that
Secure
one
all
first.
docking rings.
How's the Executor coming? There it
All
is.
sections at your command, my lord.
Adjudicator is ready. Overwhelm. There are a bunch of fixes we put in for the Executor ability, so I'll have to make
Yes, my
sure
lord.
we test those. Can the Eclipse destroy the Viscount in one
Times
shot?
of war
I
are upon
don't think I
us.
can do it in one shot, but it does a lot of damage.
Star Destroyer ready.
Canonically, it would be able to,
Captain
but
reporting.
for game
Gun
balance,
crews
you know.
fire at will. We have eliminated the enemy
There we go.
garrison.
Let's see the damage right now. Yeah, it does 20,000 damage. And
Star
the
Destroyer ready.
we have 108,000 health on the
Destroyer here.
Eclipse, so it...
Captain reporting. All batteries open fire.
And this is only a level 2 super laser. So at max
Lancer
level,
frigate
I think
ready.
it can destroy a Viscount in 2 shots? A base level Viscount in 2 shots? I think.
Comlink active. Yes, Commander.
Don't quote me on
At
that, though.
once.
Wing commanders report ready. Moving to new sector.
Destroyer reporting in.
I'm just going to grab a regular Sentinel dropship that we can send in after our stuff. Make things a bit
Star
easier.
Destroyer ready.
Alright.
Deploying to
Let's go
sector.
get Null. Because Null and Chandrilla are actually cut off. Like, once you go through Cortina, it's done.
Epsilon
What about a
6-4
Bellator?
reporting
The
in.
Bellators are a bit weaker, but
Yes, my lord.
I'm pretty sure a max level Eclipse can one-shot a Bellator. But again, I'm not 100% sure on the numbers for that.
Hyperspace jump complete. An Imperial fleet is under attack.
Alright, we have like none of this. And it's all stuff we need.
Destroyer reporting in. Star Destroyer ready.
I don't think they have any fleets
Destroyer here.
in this region. Yeah, because actually if we go to the sun, then
Research complete.
there's no other
Research
jump in.
complete.
Or to the
Sir
deep
Captain.
core.
Good day, Commander.
Finishing
Comlink
firepower.
active.
Finishing firepower. There's an
Destroyer reporting
ISD2.
in.
Enhanced capacitors.
This is the
And let's do the same thing for that one.
Good day, Commander.
4 TIE defenders.
Maintenance chief here.
Do we have any TIE defenders in this fleet right now?
Squad leader here.
Not yet.
All sections at your command, my lord. All ahead full.
Destroyer reporting in.
Once we have these 3 planets wiped out,
Destroyer
we should
here.
have all the broadcast centers done. That's what's stopping us from taking over everything right now.
Research complete.
So if you guys
What are
want
your
to
orders? Carrack en route.
go do that, and if we
Captain
have
reporting.
crack mantle yet, nope, we don't. Oh, that's why it was hitting for so much, because the range is ridiculous. Not sure why that's the case.
Research complete.
Okay, let's just let it get into a line, as we can take out the broadcast center with the same shot if we get lucky.
Moving to sector.
Which isn't tactically necessary, but it's
Destroy
more fun that way.
target.
Alright, is this going to be in a line? The column length gets wider with
Research.
level up as well. No, don't destroy it before we've...
Star Destroyer ready.
Here we go. I'm going to say that worked.
Carrack commander here. Charge laser cannons. Destroyer here.
Super laser level 3. Up to 25. So, yeah, I guess it's only 30,000 damage. So it might be 3 shots for a Viscount.
Scanners online.
Oh, hold on.
Scanners to full.
Yes, my lord.
Scimitars.
Damage control crews ready. Damage control crews ready.
Go give these guys some support.
Give the order.
I will give the order.
Yes, sir.
Retreat.
Research complete. Captain reporting. Star Destroyer ready. What are your orders? Research complete.
We should at least have Crack Mantle ready by the time we get to Chandrilla.
Wing commanders report
I think we
ready.
were playing on random. Is this random? Because that would be better.
All
Because
ahead,
hopefully
full.
this is not a map we actually designed. Because it's some weird stuff.
Destroyer here. All batteries.
Then I would
open
have to edit the
fire.
map.
Yes, my lord.
Moving to work area.
Squadron checking in.
Are we even done the research for TIE Defenders yet? Is it still
All ahead,
on?
full.
No, it's done.
Moving to work area. Research complete.
Plotting jump coordinates.
Okay.
Lancer frigate ready.
Pretty much through our research requirements.
Our supporting fleet is moving to attack.
Guys, get over there. Jump together. Gravity well for everyone.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Oh, there's some TIE defenders in here.
Squadron checking in.
All sections at your command. Super Star Destroyer ready.
We'll probably need to drop the level requirements for some of these early level abilities,
Super Star Destroyer ready.
because you can't get both your points used at the first level, because we don't use
Star Destroyer ready.
the upgrades in the same way.
Destroyer here. Carrot Commander here.
All sections at
Or in the same way as base game. Right. Killing Obi-Wan. Pride of Slonia. It's now prideless.
Star Destroyer ready.
Research.
Ooh, both of them went down at once. Didn't even get to read the
Engaging
name.
the enemy. All batteries commence firing.
Captain reporting.
Okay, that should be everything they have
Super
in this
Star
sector.
Destroyer ready.
We'll just leave them all here. And we'll send the Eclipse fleet out to Chandrila.
Destroyer here.
And Crack Mantle will definitely be ready by the time we get there.
Gun batteries ready.
Gotta send that
Proceeding.
Lancer in.
Epsilon 6-4 reporting in.
I'll drop ship.
Captain reporting. Deploying to sector.
May as well just get established garrison now.
Research complete. Captain reporting.
Alright. 400
Research
health.
complete. Star Destroyer ready.
We're almost there.
Star Destroyer ready. The Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment. Moving to sector.
Good day, Commander.
Hyperspace jump complete.
How are we looking? We are first for fleet and defenses, but second for capital ships.
We have eliminated the enemy.
Most of our
garrison.
capital ship stuff isn't to
Our
Titans,
supporting
though,
fleet
so
is
it's
moving to attack.
understandable.
En route.
I'm not that concerned.
Research complete.
Are we looking for everything
What are
else?
your orders?
Captain reporting.
This is single player right now, Treylov. I'm just doing a preview of the beta that's going to be starting in 2 weeks, and then we're going to be doing weekly community matches, and there will be a lot of multiplayer going on at that point.
All sections at your command, my lord. At once.
Okay, let's hit up the sun, or the deep core. Need to change the galactic, or the zoomed out texture view for that, because it still just looks like a sun. Did our ISD-1 get in here?
Scanners online.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
It did.
Research complete.
To
Captain
ISD-1.
reporting. Deploying to sector.
Grab that, and then I'll send it down here to get
Destroyer here.
null.
Moving to sector.
Everyone's favorite Imperial SSD. I like the Bellator the most. For all the classes.
All ahead full. Moving to sector. What are your orders? Gun crews fire at will.
Oh, they built some production here. Let's destroy it.
Our supporting fleet is moving to attack. Star Destroyer ready. Gun crews fire at will. We have eliminated the enemy garrison. Captain on deck.
The range on this definitely
Star
needs to go down
Destroyer
to
ready.
a regular one. I think it was changed. I think that was changed for when we
Destroy
recorded the
that
Imperial
target.
trailer, where
Destroyer here. Destroy
for anyone who's
that
seen that,
target.
where the Death Star, we have the shot of the Death Star destroying Alderaan. We actually used the Eclipse or the
Captain
Sovereign
reporting.
to do that and just had it off screen rather than putting a Death Star in game.
Destroy that target. Deploying to sector. Destroy that target. An Imperial fleet is under attack. Star Destroyer ready.
Head down to
Deploying to
null.
sector.
All sections at your command, my lord. All batteries please fire.
Research complete.
I hate fighting at the black hole.
All sections at your command, my lord. Engaging the enemy.
Captain reporting.
Which one's their capital? Centaurus. So we'll go to Koja, Kaltuin, and Centaurus then?
Star Destroyer ready. Destroyer here. All batteries open fire. Star Destroyer ready.
Okay, I'll send
Deploying to sector.
send the Eclipse back to that fleet now. And we'll start attacking their other stuff. We basically
Moving to sector.
just gotta push now.
Research complete.
I think it must have been an aggressive AI, because those have a tendency to fall off. I'm also not paying on a super
The
high
Empire
difficulty.
cannot
But
afford such expenditures at the moment.
replayable factions. So yeah, right now there's the Pentastar Alignment, the Imperial Remnant, which we're playing as, the New Republic, and the Empire of the Hand. And then after
Destroyer
this release,
here.
where we're working on fixing some balance issues and getting
Moving
more
to
balanced
sector.
feedback,
Planet
we're
upgrade
going to be
complete.
moving on to adding the
Engaging the enemy.
Hapens as a fifth
Superstar
playable
Destroyer
faction.
ready. All sections at your command, my lord.
A new facility is complete.
Engaging the enemy.
And then depending on how much time we have to spend
Hyperspace
on
jump
balance and
complete.
other assets and game
Batteries
limitations, we
firing.
do have plans for
All
some other
sections
playable
at your
factions,
command,
but
my lord.
We have
that all
located
depends on
authorized
resources.
ships
Did you
in
just jump
hyperspace.
into Cortina?
Captain reporting.
You're not going to like what happens.
Dissident elements have arrived in our system.
That was a really
Research
bad
complete.
idea. Will the CSA ever be added? We probably won't add the CSA to Ascendancy because it'd be the playstyle would basically just be too similar to the Pentastar alignment. So doing the CSA would mean getting rid of the PA, and people usually don't like it when you remove stuff. So it's unlikely to happen. If we were starting the mod from scratch,
Destroyer
we'd probably end
En
up with
route.
the CSA instead of the PA, but
An Imperial fleet is under attack. A new facility is complete. Destroyer here. En route. Cruiser ready.
all right,
Epsilon 64
Palpatine,
reporting in.
you're heading out. So we can send
Superstar
our
Destroyer
fleet
ready.
to Corsia.
Planet upgrade complete.
Yeah, there's
Our
a
support
chance that
complete.
some of the
Attack.
PA's or the CSA's unique unit would be put in as militia forces, like Invincible class and
Research complete.
bulwarks and stuff.
Star Destroyer ready.
It's also not impossible that we do like a Clone Wars
En
era
route.
version of the mod, and a lot of the CSA's unique units are just Clone Wars era stuff, so that could be a thing.
Yes, my lord.
A new facility is complete. A new facility is complete. All
Let's
ahead
send in
full.
our units from here to
All
Tython,
ahead
just
full.
as a distraction.
Moving to sector. Research complete.
Plotting jump coordinates.
I mean, Max, who runs
ahead
STA3
full.
and also works on
Maintenance
TR,
chief here.
has asked me like several times if I intend to do either a Sins version of Fall of the Republic or a Clone Wars version of Ascendancy, however you want to
Scout ready.
phrase it.
Cruiser ready.
Plotting jump coordinates.
Commander on deck. All stations on standby. Increase power to weapons.
Star
Right,
Destroyer ready.
Palpatine.
En route. Research complete.
You make a mod for the Resistance and First Order. There's not really enough content there yet, and we have
A new facility is
a bunch of
complete.
projects already.
At once.
Like a Clone Wars version of Ascendancy would mostly be on the design side
Engaging the
because we
enemy.
have
Planet upgrade
all the
complete.
assets for Fall of the Republic already.
Research
Whereas if we did a sequel trilogy era
a
mod
new facility is
or a
complete.
new canon mod, we'd have to make a bunch of new art things as
Super
well,
Star Destroyer
which is
ready.
less feasible.
All sections at your command, my lord. Engaging the enemy.
Hangar deck secure. Gun turrets engage targets.
Moving to sector.
Yeah, I think we've
Super Star Destroyer ready.
pretty much got them.
Engaging the enemy. All sections.
So we'll just
at your
push
command,
through
my
from
lord.
Koja, Caltooine, Centaurs, and then I think we win.
Research complete. Our supporting fleet is moving to attack. Destroyer reporting in. Destroy them. Planet upgrade complete. An Imperial fleet is under attack.
Well, I'd love a Sins Clone Wars Ascendancy. I feel like, well, we're already doing Fall of the Republic, which is our Empire War version of Clone Wars mod. So that's
Super
happening
Star
regardless.
Destroyer ready.
Destroyer here.
All sections at your command, my lord. Super Star Destroyer ready. All sections at your command.
Captain reporting.
We'll save up we'll save our crack mantle for Centaurs.
Research complete.
All sections at your command, my lord.
Moving to sector.
You know what? I'm just gonna get you guys to
Deploying to
jump
sector.
on. We won't worry about taking out the whole
Super Star
planet.
Destroyer ready.
They're not gonna be putting up much
All
of a fight,
sections at your
so
command, my lord.
All gun crews report in. Maintenance chief here. Angling deflector shields.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
the biggest reason we wouldn't be doing like an Ascendant or
Moving to sector.
a Clone Wars Ascendancy version and spreading it even more packages
Super
because
Star.
the balance in the mod is currently not where it should
All
be.
sections at your command,
We're
my lord.
hopefully making a lot of progress
Yes,
in the
my
right
lord.
direction with this release,
Yes,
but
my
that's why
lord.
we're doing
All
a beta
ahead
to know for
full.
sure. But really, I don't want to start piling in more content for us to manage if we're not managing
to
what we
work
already
area.
have properly. So that's
Altar
what
actual
Bane was working
reporting.
on before he left, and then
All ahead full.
what Caesar and I
Moving
are
to
working
work
on now
area.
as well.
Destroyer here.
But hopefully this version will be a big improvement in that direction, and we'll
Ready
continue to
for
make those
battle.
improvements as we go before we start spreading too much out.
Super Star Destroyer ready.
Comlink active. Fire at will. This shall be our finest hour. I'll make sure to work out.
As much as I like having a variety of different like play styles and faction styles to choose from that can interact, which is why ICW is the way it is, I'd rather have a few that are done really well rather than a bunch that are done poorly. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away on what we have, and then
Fire at will.
especially if we get more staff to help work on stuff, then it becomes easier to do more content. But
Super Star Destroyer ready. At once.
yeah, here we go.
Super Star Destroyer ready. All sections at your
Kidder's still
command,
only
my
level
lord.
1.
Destroyer here.
Ready for battle.
All right,
Comlink active.
here we go.
Plotting jump coordinates.
Moving to work area.
Well, you're kind of behind on that,
Complete.
but I like the hyperspace charge up sound and animation or particle so much.
Destroyer here.
It's probably my favorite part of the
Destroy
game,
that target.
to be honest. The
Destroyer
AOTRAI,
here.
it does get a lot of bonuses, but there we go. Usually can, you have to try to like rush it a bit early and then build up a little bit behind. But anyways, there we go. We win. Crack Mantle is probably too strong. I think it did 12,000 damage there. I'd have to check those numbers again. And that might still be a holdover from the trailer recording. Let's check the charts. Credits, credit income rate. We're actually pretty similar there. They weren't spending as much. Frigates, we were even. This would have been about where the Eclipse came in, I think. Capital ships. They peaked at 22, which is actually really good for the AI. I mean, in terms of them building the ships. I don't know if it was like a sound strategic thing. But sometimes you run into errors or issues where the AI is not building them at all, which not great. Use ship slots. Fairly close for a while. Structures. They didn't build any star bases. Alright, so thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the this Ascendancy playthrough. Like I said, I'd like to get one more in before the beta starts on the 6th, and then the CSA playthrough starts on the 7th, so that's going to be a pretty big week for all your Thrawn's Revenge needs. But I'm going to be hanging out in the Discord like usual tonight, so if you want to keep talking about stuff and you want to head over there, there is a link in the description. Apparently it claims I'm multi-streaming with Restream.io. I am not doing that. But yeah, so next time I'll either be doing the Empire of the Hand or the Pentastar alignment. Probably the Empire of the Hand because we just did the Remnant and the PAs and other Imperial factions. So we'll probably get more into playing the EOTH. But I also did an EOTH playthrough recently. So maybe PA. Anyways, we'll figure something out. But again, I do want to do another playthrough before we release there. So thanks again for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.